Hey guys, time for example 2 on mean, median, mode, and measures of central tendency. This time, the problem looks very similar, but it's a little bit different because if we go through and look at the number of points in our data set, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. Or in other words, we have an even amount of numbers in our data set. And when we find the median, that kind of changes a little bit of what we do. But before we jump to that, let's find the mean. Remember, to find the mean, we start off by adding all of the numbers in our data set. So there I have the mean kind of written out. And I would now use my calculator and say 6 plus 13 plus 3 plus 6 plus 13 plus 9 plus 84 plus 13. And I get the answer of 147. So I'd have 147 as my total, but that is not my mean. Remember, the mean is the total, the sum of all the numbers in your data set, which is 147, divided by the number of numbers in your data set. So how many numbers did we add together? We added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers together in our data set. So I'm going to take 147 and divide that by 9, and I get my, I don't think I did that right, 147 divided by 9. It's because I have an 8. I don't know why I'm dividing it by 9 for, guys. Sorry. I'm dividing it by 8. Let's try that. 147 divided by 8, and I get 18.375. Or 18 and 375 thousandths. So my mean is 18.375. So even though I made that mistake, please don't do what I did. Step 1 for the mean, add the numbers together. Step 2, divide by the number of numbers you have added together. Now for our median is the number in the middle of our data set. And remember, to find the median, it is very important to order the numbers from least to greatest first. If you don't do that, you will not get the median correct. So if I go here, I always start on the left-hand side, and I work my way from left to right. I don't know why that's happening. There we go, left to right, until I find a number in the middle. And if you look here, row, I really don't have a number in the middle. If I go there and there, I'm out of numbers. So my median is somewhere in between 9 and 13. Where is it at, though? When I have an even amount of numbers in my data set, I won't have just one number in the middle. I'll have kind of 2 numbers in the middle. And for this one, my 2 numbers in the middle will be 9 and 13. So to find the median with an even number points, I would take the 2 numbers I have and add those together and find the average of those 2 numbers. So I would divide it by 2 because I'm adding 2 numbers together. So 9 plus 13 is 22, and when I divide that by 2, I would get a median of 11. So when you find the median of an odd number of data points, so if you had 9 or 11 or 13, you'd be left with one number in the middle. However, if you're finding the median of an even amount of points, an even amount of data, you'll be stuck with 2 in the middle. And to find the median, then you need to find the average of those 2 points by adding them together and dividing them by 2 because you added 2 together. It's very similar to finding the mean. The mode here, if you look, I have 16 appear twice. So you're like, okay, or not 16, sorry guys, 6 appear twice. You're like, maybe that's my mode, because that appears the most often, but it's not, because 13 actually appears 3 times, and the mode is whatever appears the most often. If I only had 2 6s and 2 13s, then 6 and 13 would both be my mode, but since 13 appears more times than 6, my mode is 13. The range is always the biggest number, which is 84, minus the smallest number, which is 3. So my range would be 81. And the upper and quartiles, remember, is where we have 2 numbers or it's the median of the upper part of our data set and the median of the lower part of our data set. So on the last example, I'm going to scroll up real quick. We had one number in the middle right here. So we just kind of crossed it out and went left from there and right there. Since on this problem, our median is actually not a number in our data set, but it's actually somewhere between those two numbers, I'm not going to cross any number out. I'm actually going to draw a line between those two, between them instead of through them, and that is going to be the points I use to find my lower quartile and my upper quartile. So to find my lower quartile, I would go over to here and just use these four numbers to the left of my median. And like before, I'd cross one off. Uh-oh, I'm left with 2. So just like before, I have to find the average of those two. So 6 plus 6 divided by 2, or 12 divided by 2, which equals 6. And yeah, if the numbers are both the same, that's going to be your quartile. So, 6 is my lower quartile. And if I'm my upper quartile, cross it off. I have 13s, so that'd be my upper quartile. Do I have an outlier here? Yes, I do this time. If you notice, all my numbers are in either single digits or in the teens, but then I have this 84 sticking out. That's completely different from the rest, so yes, I have an outlier, and what is it? 84. That is example 2. Hopefully that helped. Please email me if you have any questions or need any more help on this. Thank you guys again.